Hi friends, it's Miss Tori. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we are still learning about the great outdoors, and something we may see when we're outside are bugs and insects. So we're going to read this book called Beyond Bugs, All About Insects. I'm the Cat in the Hat, and I'm glad that I found you. Right now, if you look, you'll see insects around you. They live in the water, the earth, and the sky. Just wait and you'll soon see an insect go by. There are millions of them. I will show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. So when we are outside, friends, and we look around, we might see insects, right? So we might see some butterflies. Up here I see a butterfly, a bee, some ladybugs. We have insects everywhere. I see a cricket down here. You just really have to be on the lookout for them. Most insects you'll meet have hard shells and lay eggs. They have wings and can fly, and they all have 6 legs. So, some on this page we can see. We have a butterfly. This is an insect. A praying mantis, a ladybug, a grasshopper, and a black ant. And down here it says, spiders aren't insects. This news couldn't wait. Instead of 6 legs, every spider has 8. If you look at an insect up close, you will see that its body is in parts, and each insect has 3. First the head, then the thorax, and here at the end is the longest part, which is called the abdomen. So we have the thorax and the head and the abdomen, which is the longest part. And this is showing you on a cricket. Insects cannot see all the things that surround them, so they each have 2 feelers to touch what's around them. An insect has feelers on top of its head. Some look a lot like a thin piece of thread, while others look much more like feathers instead. Watch an insect and see all the things that it does. Some can swim, jump, or crawl. Others chirp or buzz. What is an insect that goes buzz? Yes, the bee. The cricket chirps, chirp, 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 chirp. The firefly flashes. Here's our firefly. And here's our caterpillar that's crawling. And our beetle swimming. Oh, and our fleas jumping. Birds and frogs look for insects in order to eat them, so insects work hard to make sure they don't meet them. Some, like the wasp, have bright colors and say, "Don't come near me, I'll sting you, so just stay away." This moth's wings are colored to look like the tree it is resting upon so that no one can see it. Here's our moth. He's blending into the tree. The spittlebug sits and he spits out a bubble. It's wet and it's cool and it can save him from trouble. For when he's all covered in bubbly foam and a hungry bird comes, it thinks nobody's home. So this bird thinks nobody's home because he used his bubbles to cover him up. Here's a riddle I learned from my mother. How's a skunk and a ladybug like one another? When danger is near, it's easy to tell. They suddenly give off a terrible smell. These busy insects are my friends, the ants. They like to eat seeds and other insects and plants. Ants are so strong they can lift things that weigh over 10 times their weight, and they do it all day. So if you were as strong as an ant, you would see you could lift up 10 cats in tall hats easily. Wow, so ants may be small, but they are very, very strong. When a bee has discovered where food can be found, she goes back to tell her friends and starts dancing around. First she wiggles, then she waggles and circles, and so all the other bees know which direction to go. We can grow lots of flowers with help from the bees. They store dust from each flower in the back of their knees. This dust is called pollen. Next flower they find, when they land on it, they leave some pollen behind. This is called pollination, and it makes the new seeds that grow even more flowers, which everyone needs. This is why bees are so important, friends. That's why sometimes we might be a little bit scared of a bee, but we shouldn't be because they are really helping us. Have you ever wondered, what does a fly buzz? Well, it beats its wings very fast, and each time that it does, its wings make a sound you can hear in your ear, and this sound lets you know there's a fly flying near. Here's a fact about flies that we both thought was icky. They can walk upside down since their feet are so sticky. I don't think mosquitoes are very polite. When they're hungry, they land and they sting when they bite. But it's only the female mosquitoes that do. Male mosquitoes will never come bothering you. Caterpillars do something you might think is strange. They start out as one thing, then one day they change. Some spin a small house like a branch just like this, and this home that they make is called a chrysalis. If you watch it, you'll see within a few weeks go by, it turns into a beautiful butterfly. Here's a quick fact that we both thought was neat. Butterflies can taste their food with their feet. So here's our chrysalis down here, our caterpillar made and is in there for a few weeks. And then it comes out and goes into a beautiful butterfly. On warm summer evenings, you may see the light of fireflies flashing off on in the night. They are like tiny flashlights that float in the sky, and if you want to catch them, it's all right to try. Use a jar with a lid, watch them glimmer and glow, then open the jar up and let them all go. This is something we can do in the summertime, is collect fireflies. When it's dark out at night, when the sun goes down, we can see lots of fireflies flashing in the night, and we can go out with a jar and try to catch one and cover it up, watch it for a little while, and then let it free. All day and all night, on the ground and the air, insects are moving around everywhere. It's important for us to keep learning about them. The world that we know couldn't go on without them. The butterfly, ladybug, ant, and the bee make everything better for you and for me. The end, my friends. So sometimes we might feel like some of these insects could be a little bit annoying. We want to shush them away, but we have to remember they're all here for a purpose and we need them. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this book and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Mwah.